Welcome back to another episode of Might and Magic 3 Isles of Terra. This is WilNF, and today we will be playing another episode of Might and Magic 3. Last time we went through the Temple of Mu and we cleared out the upper part of Baywatch. We gained some levels, bought some new spells, and okay, we're gonna need to rest. We got some new skills as well. We got the mountaineering skill, we got pathfinding skill, and we got merchant. Alright, so let's get into it. We're gonna walk to Baywatch because now that we have pathfinding and all that, actually, while we're here, we're gonna clear out this area here. There's still some orcs and stuff hanging around. So here's the fountain we couldn't access before. Drink from the well. And you can see it's given us a massive increase in hit points above our maximum. So now we are significantly above our maximum. I think it gives everyone 50 HP. Let's see, where didn't we walk yet? Which squares? Okay. So we'll check some of the squares we haven't walked on yet. You can always find treasure in these them dar hills here, and a lot of wells that will boost your stats. Your mind has been magically expanded. 20 extra temporary stat points to intellect. Now there's a little hut here. So the funny thing, in this game you don't really have to rest, because you can just regain your hit points and your spell points from the fountain, the well, and this hut here. So you'll see now our HP and SP are above maximum. So, but I want to explore a little bit some of the trees around here and there's an orc compound that we can clear out. So when you see it load like that, like it takes extra long to take a step, means you're moving into a new sort of area. Like the game is cordoned off, like each sort of map here is cordoned off. About a 20 by 20 set of squares. Now this is B1. If we go back one step to the right will be an A1. So yeah, you can see there's some fungus hiding in here. Let's take them out. Hide in the trees and take them out. This is easy mode. Shooting arrows passes time. Okay, I don't think he has Wizard Eye. Oh yeah, he got Wizard Eye last time, so let's cast Wizard Eye so we can see where we're going. Okay. Oh, fungus. Probably take him out in one blow. There we go. 50 gems, wow. Thank ya. Now, in this tall grass here, there's sprites, like literal sprites, like the creature sprites, not like the... Drop 500 gems in my mouth and you will be rewarded tenfold. Drop the gems. No. I never do this. I save my gems for more important things. Yeah, there's sprites, and the sprites are annoying as heck because they curse you. When you're cursed, you miss a lot, so it takes a long time to kill them because you keep missing. Just go through the mountains here. I think there's a couple things. There's a bibit here, a bug. The first one we've encountered yet. These are called oh no bugs, which is a weird name for them. There's some more over here. Okay, no, we can't see them. Oh, there's another one. But I think there's stuff in the mountains here. There's also a hut here that gives you some pretty decent items, but it costs like 500 gems or something like that. Actually, I'll check. 2,000 gems. Will reveal the pirate's treasure. So the thing in this game, you find a hint somewhere. I think it's in one of the taverns when you eat and tip. They say the pirate's treasure is only real on, I think it's Wednesday. So today, if I would, like, if you give them 2,000 gems, you'll get a bunch of crappy items. But if you give them 2,000 gems on Wednesday, they give you good items. And there's a couple areas where there's pirate's treasure, so the tip that Wednesday makes the pirate's treasure real is helpful. Because there's other places that ask, like, give us 5,000 gold and you get pirate's treasure. And you get like a bunch of like crappy bronze, wooden stuff, and you're like, what? Unless you do it on Wednesday, then you get like steel, silver, even ruby, as high as ruby stuff. You come across a small alcove carved in the side of the mountain. Search, yes. Ooh, 10,000 gold and a whole bunch of items. Sweet. Sweetness. This almost feels like cheesing the game, but the way I think about it is we're sort of hiding in the mountains and shooting down at the enemies down below on the regular ground. So that's not really cheating. Plus it's a normal game mechanic, like the game runs like that, you're not really... But anyway. Sparkling liquid shoots from the small fountain. Drink of its waters. Your strength has been magically enhanced. So there's a lot of fountains and wells in like A1 and B1 around these areas that here it gives us 30 points to might. So that's excellent. That will boost your damage by like 4 points. 4 or 5 points depending on the well, at low level it boosts you a lot, but if you're high level and use it, it will only boost you a little bit because you get diminishing returns on your stats later. Over 50 you start to see diminishing returns. Okay, where didn't we step yet? Okay. So let's go over 2 squares. Wait, is it here? No. This way. There. Oops. No. Star patterns and charts are carved into the side of the granite head. Drop 5,000 gold pieces into my mouth and I will teach you the ways of astrology. Pay? So astrology, this is the first one you find. Each casting class can get a skill that boosts the amount of spell points they get per level. Astrology is useful for druids and rangers. It gives druids +2 spell points per level and rangers +1 spell point per level. So here we have the gold. We're gonna give it to our druid. Now it always said this, you are already wise to the ways of astrology. Now I always thought that meant like you already have astrology and we wasted our money, but He says that regardless. Wild fungus. So this is like the, I think this is called Druid Haven. So now our druid might be the person with the most spell points. Let me check here. Because he's getting +2 spell points per level. So level 7, that's an extra 14. So they have 70. The sorcerer has 77. So no, he's close. 63. More than our cleric though. Okay. So the reason why it's Druid Haven is I've been, on almost every episode I've been saying that you can boost your druid stats at a certain shrine. This is the shrine here. Now this shrine is asking you to, so I'll read it out here. Druidic symbols are carved in the sides of the mysterious head. On the forehead is carved, Shrine of the Seasons. Gem donation is accepted. Meditate and donate 1,000 gems. Now, you might think it's useless if you do it with any other class or character, but if you have a druid, and you donate 1,000 gems. I thought it was 5,000. It's only 1,000, so that's not bad. We actually have enough with what we have in the bank and what we have now. But it will boost your druid's stats by 10 points each. So everything goes up by 10. Now the reason why I gave him like only mediocre stats is because if you're under 25, so if you're 24 or lower, it will boost you by 10. So you want to have your stats at 14 or lower, usually between 12 and 14 if you can get it in that range. That way you can use the shrine twice and get 20 extra stat points, and which makes your druid very powerful at low level. Like they just as good of a fighter as anyone else in your party, and they have a good amount of hit points, spell points, and everything. They become really great early game character, early game class. Given that you know, when you first start out, the spells they get are very crappy. The only damage spell they know is Elemental Aerial, which does like 5 points of damage. You get First Aid, which is really useful. But not until they reach like level 5 or 10 do they get decent spells. When they start getting like Fireball and Nature's Cure, then they start becoming useful as spellcasters. A leak in the fountain feeds a colony of growing wild fungus spores. Destroy the spores. The spores explode into a cloud of dust as you kick them with all your might. 5,000 XP each. Excellent. So I'll need to actually pause the recording at some point, and I'm doing a load of laundry, so I'll have to grab that. I live in a big apartment building, so I don't like to leave my laundry there. I want to free up the machine for someone else to use. Plus, I don't want to get my stuff stolen. Not like it would happen in my building, but you never know. You come across a small alcove, search, yes. Golden gems. So it's extremely useful to search like mountains and forests, because you find a bunch of stuff. Something creeping in the mountains over there. Fungus. And there's a lot more fountains around here too. Another fountain. I think there's a whole bunch of oh no bugs. No? Oh yeah. Oof, I almost moved forward one step. They're not that difficult, these guys, but you know, if you stay at range, then so this boosts your speed by 20 or 30 points, which makes you pretty much attack before anything in the early game areas, which is extremely useful. Plus speed boosts your armor class, so it gives you a little bit of armor class. Something in the mountain, some more items, gold. I want to find a little bit of gems so we can boost our mediocre druid right now. Because right now they're pretty much mediocre. The best thing they have right now offensively is probably their fireball spell. But they do learn pretty early, around like level 8 to 10, they learn the spell Deadly Swarm, which does physical damage to everyone directly in front of you. And I think 25 points, so it's fairly good, and it only costs like 12 spell points and no gems to cast. So it's extremely, it's a cost effective, it does good damage, and it's very decent. I think this is an oh no bug nest here. Yeah, so as you can see, this is a very slow paced game. There's a lot of delay between the because the SNES wasn't computationally powerful. Fountain is covered with hives made of dried mud. Destroy the apiary. A mound of dried mud chips that was once the home of the Ono bugs litters the base of the fountain. 25,000 XP each. Excellent. I'm not going to go too far into exploring here, but is it another alcove? 50 gems, 25,000 gold. Nice, excellent. And there's a stay in, okay. There's also sprites in this area. No, I'm going to there's also trolls, sprites and trolls in this area, a little bit south of me, or yeah, south. Just gonna explore a little bit, then we're gonna head towards A1 again and clear out the corner we didn't touch yet, around the Castle White Shield, and then we'll do underneath of Baywatch Cavern, and that should be about an hour. That's it. And then we'll probably have plenty of loot, gold and gems, and then we can, you know, do our thing, fill the bank up. Is that it? Oh, there's more. Oh, a lot of them. Okay, that's it. Anything else here? Now there's a really excellent fountain here. Your skills as an adventurer have been magically enhanced. So you see our HP went down, but that's because our max HP went way up. You can see we've gained 20 levels, temporarily of course. Now the bonus about gaining levels is 1. You can see he has 7 attacks per round now, so he's going to do massive damage. It boosts your HP and SP or max. For leveled spells, it makes your leveled spells much more powerful, which is both a boon and a curse. But what you want to do after doing that is to come over here to this place, and since your max SP went up, you can really get a lot of spell points here. So you just keep touching the ball, you get 100 SP each time. Now you'll see, the thing about HP and SP is it stays with you even as the day turns. Your HP and SP return back to normal 3 ways. If you level up, if you rest, or if you get healed at a temple. Actually, I'm not sure about the temple. It will fix your HP, I know that. But anyway, but you see here now our sorcerer has 372 spell points. Amazing. And now you can come over here to the other fountain and boost your HP. So your HP stays with you until one of those 3 conditions, or you take damage, obviously. So this is going to make us pretty much invincible for any early game stuff. At least like A1, B1, A2, B2, those areas. Okay, so let's go clear out the orcs. No. Let's see, did we step? Okay, so back here, some orcs, some orc encampments. So we're gonna clear these guys out like nothing. Like even our sorcerer is almost one-shotting them, and he just has like a little dagger. Okay. So here, this boosts your AC by 5 points, I believe, 5 or 10. But unfortunately, you lose your buffs when the day rolls over. So still a couple hours of in-game time. A bunch of orcs. I'm just one-shotting everything. Don't even have to shoot arrows on them. It's just wasting time by shooting arrows. We'll check the tree here. Oh, the guys beside us jumped us. See, if an enemy goes on the square beside or behind you, they will surprise attack you. Okay, here I just moved backwards and they surprise attacked me. But anyway, yeah. You don't want to get... You want to face enemies head on. You don't want to try to... Okay. Let's check the mountains here for stuff. I mean, even... Oh, here's something. There's some more items. I'm not even scared of orcs at this point. Unbuffed, so... Check these yet? No, we didn't. Okay, so we lost our buffs now. You've stumbled upon an orc outpost. There are maps and plans written in indecipherable scratches on dried hides. Destroy everything? Yes, sir. Splinters and wood chips fly as you hack the wagon and its contents to oblivion. The orcs will be forced to leave the area when they find their outpost destroyed, and order will once again return to the Hidden Valley. XP and items. So we're loaded right now with, we probably have some levels and some interesting items. You missed. Well, it's true, we lost our buffs, so let's wizard arm. But you'll see our HP and SP that we got still stays, it doesn't go away. Okay, so where didn't we step yet? Here. Another gems. Nice. How many do we have now? Ooh, we almost have enough to boost our druid. I want to do it at least once as soon as we can. That way he sort of gets more on par with the other players. Another thing. More items? Holy man. We're gonna get overloaded here. So here's another cabin that tries to give you pirate's treasure. And I never actually use it. Because I never tend to be here on Wednesday. I'm always like, yeah, I'll go on Wednesday, and I never go. I wonder how much gold. It's like 5,000 or 10,000. Let me check. Whispering disembodied voice glides around the hut. If 10,000 gold, mates, and ye may take me treasure of goods, leave the gold. So it's a pirate's treasure. But yeah. So let's I'm wondering, should we go to Baywatch? Get a glimpse of some hidden tree, another item. Actually, let's go to Fountainhead. I want to deposit stuff in the bank. And still don't have 1,000 gems. I can take them out of the bank for now. And we'll buff our druid. Make them worthy of being in our party. They've been helpful so far, and giving us a little bit of heals. But overall, they've... okay, so what time is it? Okay. Ooh, we gotta go right to the bank, it's gonna close. If we can make it in time, I think we're gonna just make it. Come on, we can do it. Yes, we just made it. Okay, so let's withdraw gems, like 100. And then deposit gold. Don't really need gold for much. After you get your mountaineering and pathfinding, great. So yeah, so we must have just caught the bank. Let's level up here. But leveling up is gonna bring our HP and SP back. Oh well. See, his HP is like the lowest of the party now, even though normally he'd have the second highest. So we'll check our items in Baywatch. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter where you go to check your items. Let's give them boost. And the thing is, when you boost any character, like if one character has below HP, you can keep using the well, and it boosts everyone's HP. So it's very useful. And it's night, so we need to wait for day to use the smithy. So let's clear out. There's some goblins and orcs in the grass here. Let's clear some of them out. There's another orc encampment just back here. I think that's an orc. There you go. Orc warrior, not much of a warrior. Whole bunch of orcs. Actually, let's. Oh, we forgot to buff the druid. I suppose we'll have to walk back and do that. Didn't even dent us. We're so over healthy that looks like it hurt. There's another orc hiding in the grass there, but ignore him. Some upon an orc outpost. Yes, destroy everything. 10,000 XP. Orcs will be forced to leave the area. And more items. And there's actually a shrine over here. Orc shrine for the religious meetings or whatever. Crude artifacts of adoration litter the foul-smelling hut. Unmistakable carvings and icons. How do you spell icons? Depict scenes of orcish ceremony. Destroy the shrine. Nice. And we got jumped on all sides. Nothing that worries us. So I forgot about that. We could have got our gems from there without having to withdraw from the bank, but whatever. There's also another place that we use gems that's gives you stat boosts, and it costs in a cave near the third town. There's a whole bunch of crystals you can touch that give you stat boosts of 5 or 10 for various stats. There's accuracy, intellect, personality, luck. And I don't think there's any for speed, but yeah. But they're well guarded. They're guarded by powerful enemies. Some of them are accessible easily, but some are guarded by these really tough enemies. But once you use all the crystals, you can recharge them for 5,000 gold. 5,000 gems, sorry. Actually, let's make our cleric master merchant. What about, how much gold do we have? Oh, we got plenty. Let's make everyone merchants except the archer, because because later we're gonna give the archer all the skills anyway. Okay, where's the druid haven? I'm gonna find the druid haven. Okay, it's just over here. There. Let's save. Just in case something goes wrong. So, suddenly you feel superior in every way. The druid donated a whole bunch of gems, prayed and meditated, and now they've gained 10 to every one of their stats. Amazing. So now they're actually pretty okay. HP 70. So he actually had less HP than the sorcerer, but now he has almost as much as the well, not almost as much as the knight, but the third most in the party. You can see it's very useful. And their spell points 87. I think they might be the highest yet, highest spell points. So now they're pretty much, I'd say besides the barbarian, they're probably the most useful and best character in our party. And I'm actually gonna go, I'm gonna go back to Fountainhead and then I'll, where am I going? Okay, I'm going the right way. I'm gonna pause and grab my laundry. And we wanna go to the bank here. Oh wait, we already went to the bank. We can still drop in like 450 gems and a bit of gold. Great. And then I'll pause and go grab my laundry. Okay, let's deposit gems like 460 maybe. Yeah, we still got lots of gems. 3, 2, 7, 6, 20,000 should be plenty to hang on to. Great. So now we get about 11 gems a week and 831 gold. Starting to get decent amounts saved. I'll pause the recording and I'll be back very shortly. For you guys, it'll be like a millisecond. I'm back. Okay. So I was going to go to Baywatch. I think we just came from the bank. Yeah, go to Baywatch, check our inventories. Probably half the stuff we have is crap, but probably have a decent amount of good items. Let's teleport over there. So on the way to get my laundry, it's in the building, I saw my next door neighbor had moved out. I heard them moving stuff like 2 days ago, but I didn't know if they were just moving like a bed or actually moving out. But I guess he lived there for, when I first moved in here like 5 years ago, there was an Asian lady that lived there for like 2 years, and then the other guy lived there for like 2 years, something like that. And he moved out. At first he used to do parties and stuff, but the wall is pretty good, well insulated against us. Just he would leave I would hear the music when he'd leave his door open to his balcony, and he'd have like 4 or 5 guys on the balcony talking. Like, he didn't party late though, like usually around 11 midnight he was done, so that wasn't too bad. But he was quiet. The last like year or two he's been quiet. So I'm worried if we get some, hopefully I get a quiet neighbor moving in. It's the 1st of the month, or the 2nd, so there should be someone moving in soon. within at least a week. Hopefully they're quiet. It's not somebody I'm gonna have to yell at and tell them to shut up all the time. Okay, let's see, what do you got here? Box of feeble minding, get rid of that. Intellect gauntlets. Ooh, that's excellent. We can give that to either the archer or the sorcerer. Steel plate armor. It's going to the knight. Sonic splint mail. We're gonna keep that. Sonic is energy resistance, and we're gonna need that at endgame. Like the best armor in the game, obsidian. Like if you have obsidian armor, it's useless against the endgame enemies because they use energy damage, and all armor does is protect against physical damage. So you're gonna want your resistances. So Sonic is plus 11 energy resistance, which is not the best. It's medium, but if that's all we find, that's, you know, we're gonna have to use it. Bronze shield sucks. Ebony shield is actually decent. Silver metal, we can use that. Shield of fireballs. We'll sell that. Probably at this point of the game it's useful, but I don't know if you guys can hear that. Someone getting arrested. Amber hand axe, that's good. Wooden naginata. Trash. Glass metal, trash. Lapis boots, useful. Wooden staff. Bronze boots, trash. Okay, so what do you have? Crystal scale armor can be useful. Coral ring can be useful. Leather ring mail, what do you have? Burning scale mail. So ring mail has more defense than scale mail, but doesn't have the fire resistance. Ring mail is probably not useful to us. Let's get rid of it. I'll just sell that. It's useless. Horn of arrows that casts elemental arrow, not useful. Bronze ring actually decreases your AC. Brass chainmail, no. Bronze sucks. Wooden amulet decreases your AC. Lapis belt, useful. Gives +2 to AC. Something we can give to the leather club. Like, it doesn't even sell for anything. Like, it's useless. We'll just throw it out. Just give it to the shopkeeper, like, here, do something with it. Okay, so let's divvy up our stuff. Boring, but I mean, we gotta equip our gents here. Okay, so Sonic splint mail. Let's give that to you. Intellect gauntlets. You ebony shield. The only person with a shield right now is Dumpy. Silver metal, we'll give that to you. Steel plate armor. Dumpy. Go. Lapis boots, we'll give that to Amber hand axe. That's, hold on, let me check. Amber hand axe. Amber does +3 to hit, +3 to damage. So it's probably better than the katana in damage. It actually doesn't do as much damage as the katana does. Katana is the best one-hand weapon. It does 8 average damage, and the amber hand axe does 7 average damage, so it's a little, but it has plus to hit, but with the accuracy is helpful as well. So I mean it's about the same as a sharp katana, but the amber hand axe it might be useful for the for you. Remove your shield. Equip ebony. Ebony is a really strong type of wood. Pearl plate armor, that will sell for... Oops. Steel is better than pearl, but pearl sells for a lot, so that'll probably give us about 50,000, 40,000 gold there. Oof, 30 AC, excellent. Our knight is really... crystal scale armor. Maybe we'll give that to you. Coral ring, we'll give that to Wisp. Our archer doesn't have that much AC, so maybe we could give him something. Lapis belt will go to the druid. They have the lowest. You have pearl boots. Maybe we'll give the lapis boots to Wisp. There, we'll get some AC on Wisp. What do you have? Yeah, the intellect gauntlets. So the only gauntlets I give them is like intellect or stuff that boosts spell power, like enchanted specifically for. So intellect, it's getting a little bit of intellect there. 42 now. 98. You might. I think he's. Yeah, that little extra intellect put him above the druid in spell points. So intellect actually does... Wow, intellect is amazing. I got a really good item there. Intellect does plus 17 intellect, which is the 3rd best intellect enchantment you can get in the game. Okay, so let's equip all this stuff here. Remove the leather boots. Give them to Clobber to sell. Equip. Now you're at 16 AC. They were at like 6 before, but they got their stat boost, boosted their speed, which boosted their AC. So what I'm also going to do is, although the wooden box decreases our AC, it increases our personality, which will increase our spell points. So now I think we're actually above... No, we're about on par with the sorcerer still. Amazing. So yeah, we're getting a little bit of... starting to get some good stuff here. So Amber had a hand axe. Let me check. It's 5 to 9, 14. So 7 average damage plus 3 to hit. Silver Bardiche. I think Silver Bardiche is still better. Yeah, it still has 1 less to hit, but the damage is a lot better than the Amber Hand Axe. So I mean, we'll just sell that. We'll sell it. Amber's okay. Crystal scale armor. I wanted to give him. He has pearl. I think pearl is plus 2 scales. Crystal is plus 1. Yeah. So I don't think anyone can actually use the crystal scale armor. So what do you have for armor? I could do this and give the leather armor to you. Lowers our AC by how much? So splint mail is +7, leather armor is +3, but gold leather armor is +9, splint mail's +7. So we're losing 2 AC, but whatever. At least we're putting our items to good use instead of overloading our backpacks. So let's get rid of this, give you gold leather armor. Should have it's only 3 extra AC on him, but whatever. Shifted 3 AC around. Okay, let's sell. Probably sell like, ooh, 40,000 for that pearl plate armor. Nice. Nice. So we made like 50,000 gold from all that. There we are. Excellent. Oh yeah, and plus we're still buffed, so we're gonna... The only worry I have is insanity from the enemies in the... Yes, first try, lucky day. So it's gonna help protect us against insanity. Help our resistance from contracting it. I'm actually gonna buff us here. If we're lucky, the donations here are a bit more expensive, but we have the money, so. Plus, you get a reward later when you donate if you donate to every shrine. If you have every character donate to every shrine, at every temple, later you can get an event. Right, so let's actually finish out this area. Here we'll cast light, wizard eye. We still need to get him a guild membership. We'll do it later. He has some basic utility spells that we... Okay. So, does he have create rope? He does, okay. Yes. So down here you find bats, bubble men, and screamers. Screamers are those horrendous. So I'm going to use protection from elements. There's acid damage down here. These guys. Nice. And they're so fast, those guys, too. They almost always hit first. Okay, you don't have jump yet. So we'll have the sorcerer cast jump over the... Matted hair hangs off the head of the skeleton. Search the remains. Select character. Clubber found ringmail. So we'll get the knight to check to give him the experience that he lost in the last episodes when we traded him out for the robber jump. Levitate. We also need levitate. And there's pits. So we'll cast levitate. And go back to jump here. See, there's a pit here. Great, we're taking him out At range, that's excellent. Matted hair hangs off. Skeleton crumbles to dust in your hands. So actually here I'm going to we'll make you do something useful. I think I gave you fireball. There you go. Make sure that that screamer doesn't oh, I didn't read the description. A mage is something hangs from the Wait, why is he taking damage? Hold on, what's going on here? Oh, because we're bashing the door. Okay, yeah. I was brain cramp. Yeah, you take 1 damage every time you bash a weak wall. We have the spell points for it, so why not? Lavish clothing drapes from the hanging remains. Examine closer. Jewelry. So jewelry and ancient jewelry just to sell. Jewelry sells for 500, 1,000 if you have the merchant skill, and ancient jewelry sells for 1,000 or 2,000 with the merchant skill. No, we'll have to bash this down. It's full of bubble men. Like, what is a bubble man anyway? Is it like an animated puddle of... I guess it's their version of a slime without actually like almost every game you start with fighting slimes. Or rats. A proud warrior struggles against his bonds. Release him. Select character. At last, I am freed. Embarrassing as it may be for a knight such as myself to require rescuing, my sense of honor remains intact. If you ever need my services, I will gladly join your ranks. Find me in the captain's quarters in Baywatch. Ask for Sir Gallant. So you can actually hire these people. A beautiful cleric hangs from the shackles. Release her. The cleric almost collapses when released from her chains. I am Dalana. I was overcome by skeletons who sold me to the phantoms of this cavern. I thank you for releasing me, and if you ever need another healer in your party, you'll find me in the captain's quarters above. So yeah, so now we have access to, in the Fountainhead Inn, I didn't show you, but there's an archer and a druid for hire. Now we have access to a warrior and a cleric. Later on we get access to every other class in the game. You rescue them. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna energy blast this thing. I don't trust. Energy blast should do the trick. I don't trust my arrows. They might not do enough damage to kill it. Some more jewelry. Now I believe levitate is in one of these rooms here. I'm not even gonna attempt that one. There's 2 screamers in there, which is a little bit intimidating. Sanity really sucks. Yeah, so this dungeon isn't actually all that long here. So Archer. Eloa waves her hands in the air with dizzying speed, producing a couple sparks and a glow, and then suddenly a projectile of bright light flows from Illawa's hands and hits the screamer. The screamer dissolves into dust. The mage's robe dangles from the hanging remains. Examine closer. The party found a Lloyd's Beacon scroll. Do you wish to read it? Yes. Did we give our Sorcerer Lord's Beacon yet? I don't know, but we'll give it to the Archer. No, you don't have it yet. But that's no biggie. I'd rather give spells we find to the hybrid classes because they're more expensive to buy for the hybrid classes, so you're saving gold. So that was Lloyd's Beacon. I think this one has Levitate in it. And also a couple of Screamers. Oh, a tough wall. No, no Screamers. Good. Good. There's Levitate. Give that to you. Take the burden of casting some of our buffs. Some Screamers and Bubble Men over here. But most importantly, there's another part of a quest. The quest chain we picked up last time with the brothers. This is the second brother here. Actually, let's give this guy a little bit of a first aid. He took a couple bruises from bashing those walls down. Oh, more than a couple bruises. Yeah. My brother said you would be coming. I do know something of the legend, but I'm afraid the only information I can add to Alpha's story is that the shells were hidden on an island. The name of the island and its location I know not, but my other brother, Gamma, may be able to further help you. I will tell him to expect you. A small hole opens in front of Beta's feet, and a fish jumps out of the water and into his hands. Beta whispers into the fish's mouth and drops it back in the water, and the hole disappears. Gamma will be expecting you. Look for him in Waldebar. Thank you for freeing me, but I must return to my bonds for reasons that do not concern you. But please accept this trinket, for it may be of use as you continue your journey. And we get a second Quadlu coin. Now this guy, he wants to be chained up for some reason. He won't pry into his personal affairs. He doesn't want to talk about it, so... if you go back to him, he just says, leave me be. Silver ring mail. Ooh. Maybe we'll give that to you. Quadlu coin. We'll get you to hang on to it. So there's a little bit of a nasty monster in here. If you're not expecting it, it can catch you by surprise. I think it's a ghost, maybe. You don't have to kill it, but gives you a bit of experience. It will age you if it hits you though by 5 years, either 1 or 5 years, I think. Jewelry. So I mean, we can probably take it on. We're buffed and everything, so if you're ready for it, it's not a problem. Sacred Silver Skull, we're still finding those. I think there's like 20 of them you can find in the game. And if you find enough of them, he tells you some more hints. Another one. Let's blast this guy to oblivion. Jewelry, so more gold basically. Yeah, there's always a green, like... Oh. Yeah, they're hard to see around the corners because they're so small. If you don't kill him, he will sneak attack you from behind later. He follows you. Yeah. See, there's always a green rock. Sacred Silver Skull. There. I don't know if that's a bug or something. I don't know why it would be like green. I don't know. Anything there? No. And you can tell if there's enemies behind a wall if your danger sense spikes. Lightning bolt. Give that to the archer. Now he has a good AoE spell, if ever need be. Now what sucks is you have to take the damage here. I mean, if you have Etherealize, you can turn undead. We already have it, and nobody else can use it other than the cleric. So whatever. Yeah, you can Etherealize onto the square, which will prevent the damage, but the thing is Etherealize costs gems. So there's enemies in here. You can see at the top the mouth is going up and down. Oh dear. Everyone's insane. Everyone's insane. You can see our druid now is like probably one of the best fighters in the party. Power Cure. Very good. The most powerful cure spell in the game. Well, besides Divine Intervention, but... yeah. Oops. Okay, so let's see. Is this actually doing any damage to us? No. A couple of us resisted insanity, probably due to our high luck. Okay, so 511, 82. There's enemies behind the wall. 511, 82. Yeah, so it's doing like 18 damage each of those poison squares. Oh? My danger sense was going off, but there's no enemies. Oh well. So fortunately there's not too many of those poison squares left, but let's give a couple of these to this guy. There. All fresh and new. Here's the last square that we have to step on with poison. Bubble men. It's probably what our danger sense picked up, those nearby bubble men. Sacred Silver Skull. So golden experience for those. Actually, I think we're going to fight the ghost. I mean, even if we get hit once, it's no big deal. So either turn undead or energy blast is extremely effective. We missed? It's a phantom. So let's energy blast this thing. No, didn't do the job. What do you have? Just cure, fireball. You have a frost spear, so you can do frost damage. Missed. So highly resistant to physical damage. Oh no, you aged my knight. The last person I would want aged. Well, thought we'd take our chances with... Okay, so let's get out of here. We're taking damage from this poison. Jump away from those... Okay, they're not following us. Yeah, let's see if he's been aged. I think he has been aged by 5 points. So what sucks is age will decrease your physical stats but increase your mental stats. So if you have an old sorcerer, they'll be frail physically, but their mental capacity will be extremely great. So age is great for druids especially, and then clerics and sorcerers as well. But if you age your knight, their physical stats, you can cure unnatural aging, of course. Great, so we defeated this dungeon. Now we completely cleared out Baywatch. Just gonna check what we picked up in the... And then we'll end... what was I saying? Well, yeah, aging. I think once you hit 35, you start losing... Age 35, you start losing 1 to your physical stats, and you start gaining 1 to your mental stats. So personality, intellect, and luck, maybe. And yeah, let's sell this stuff. And then once you hit 50, you get -2 to your physical stats, +2 to your mental stats, and the same, the higher you age, the less, your stats go down, physical and higher mental. Now you can drop dead, like if your physical stats go down to 0, you have a chance to completely drop dead and like just never be able to wake up again. So that really sucks. Inventory, you want to check this guy's inventory. Nothing? Oh, we didn't find any items in there besides like jewelry? That's it? Silver ring mail. Maybe we'll use this silver ring mail for now. We don't really encounter much fire damage yet, but we'll hang on to it in case. There's a few places we see fire damage. The Slither Cult Stronghold, which we'll probably be visiting around level 10. Maybe. It's an optional place, but you can boost your stats there, and yeah. So I'm gonna check if anyone... so yeah. So we'll put on the silver ring mail for him. Her. Oh, we're all insane. We gotta cure that. Because it's better defensively. There you go. Nice little boost AC. Elves lack in hit points, so... Let's check if anyone leveled up. Close. Oh, Dumpy is above. He's level 8 and the rest are level 7. You must have gave him a decent amount of experience points somewhere. So he's actually in the lead with experience points. I guess we'll just deposit some gold in the bank and then that'll be it. Yeah, so next episode what we're going to do is probably make our way to the third town. Ugh. Now in the third town there's a lot of useful stuff there. You can get skills that boost your chance to hit, that boosts your maximum hit points. You can get some other, there's a completely new spell guild, so you can have access to new spells and a better shop. Yeah, you want to cure insanity. Unfortunately, we'll lose our maximum hit points, but whatever. Do what you gotta do. There you go. Well, the bank's closed, but we can return these sacred silver skulls.
More lovely skulls. Maybe someday I will unlock the power of their secrets. Don't forget to use rats in the cavern below this town.
Great. Excellent. Excellente. Yeah. So that will be it for this episode of Might and Magic 3, Isles of Terra. So we basically did some exploring. We cleared out A1, did some exploring in B1, the game areas, and found some new equipment. We buffed our, permanently buffed our druids, so now they're probably one of the best fighters in the party at the moment. And we cleared out the cavern below Baywatch. Yeah, and next time we're going to head down to the third town, Wildebar. But it's a little bit of a trek. It's farther than the distance between Fountainhead and Baywatch, and there's a lot of enemies in between. Various types of enemies that are that cause poison. Very annoying. Yeah, so that'll be it for this episode, and I thank you for joining on this magical mystery tour of the Isles of Terra. This is WilNF signing off, and you stay classy.